Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Playoff Show with me, Dave Juskow. How are you? Happy February 1, 2022, everybody. It's so great to see everybody. This is the Comedy Cellar Playoff Show. I know I already said it. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the Comedy Cellar. Comedy Cellar is the best place to be. The Comedy Cellar has like 4 rooms right here in New York City, right in the West Village, in the heart of the West Village on McDougal Street and on 3rd Street. Different clubs, and then in Las Vegas with our friend Mark Coco Cohen, whose birthday it was last week, and he's the best. I get to get out there, do some gambling, and hang out with Mark Coco Cohen soon. But for now, also the Contender app, the Contender with a K, your 24/7 commercial-free sports app. Download it today, and as we'll tell you later, you would get a free keychain. Anyway, great to see everybody here, and we welcome our friends, our amazing friends, and of course my Aunt Judy in the chat room. Catalina from Chile. Chile won today's match. Well, that's good news to say because I don't usually follow that World Cup stuff, but I probably should since you're here, because it would be polite since you're following our stuff. It seems unfair. And there is our woman, I don't want any trouble, our woman of the week, Marcy Centers, whose Cincinnati Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. I think we were all thinking about Marcy this week when the Cincinnati Bengals pulled out an unbelievable, really upset of, I don't know when the last kind of upset where that was. Certainly the Buccaneers winning a Super Bowl last year was not an upset if Tom Brady is your quarterback. So I'm trying to think right now. I should have thought about this. When was the last upset, Mike? Like a good one like that, where they, really, it could have been when the Patriots won the first time. When they upset the St. Louis Rams and Kurt Warner. There must have been something before. Oh, no. With the Giants against the Patriots, ruining their perfect season. But boy, it was pretty damn cool. Oh, happy Lunar New Year to everybody. They used to call it Chinese New Year's and not called that anymore. Is that now racist as well? Really can't win. It is the year of the tiger. Year of the tiger. Okay. But very excited about the Super Bowl. Well, not really that. I mean, I'm excited about the Bengals. I really can't stand the Rams. I don't think I would have cared as the 49ers. Really couldn't care about that game. Wasn't very happy about that. But very excited about the Bengals. I believe the line is 3.5. We'll be talking about this next week. I think I'm going to go all in on the Bengals, Marcy. I think I'm going to go all in. Those Bengals, they're winners. I love Joe Burrow. I like him a lot. I liked him. I bet on him for the national championship at LSU. When he won the Heisman, he was really cool. I don't know how he kept it together when he was talking about his parents as a coach. No, I remember what it was when I was watching the Heisman Trophy and him getting it, and he's such a cool guy. He seems that way. He kept it together when talking about his parents. That's where I think I would lose it. Not my parents, but somebody else's. Mm-hmm. And then he lost it when he started talking about his coach. But that's that coach that's way awesome. That is in the Blind Side. Who I imitate all the time. Like, man, tell me. You in Missouri, you had the best barbecue. Yeah, you go gas station. You had the best barbecue you ever had. And that boy I know really had to pepper the gumbo. So how could you not talk about that guy being the greatest? But so Joe Burrow is the man. Here's the weird part. And Mike, I don't know whether you noticed this or not. Oh, right. The Bengals are tight. Oh my God. Brian, you just said it. The Bengals are tigers. It's the year of the tiger. Oh, my God. It is all shaping up, Marcy. Wow. Boy, that would be something else. And it wouldn't even be an upset, really. Who gives a shit about the Rams? No one. It is all coming together, Anonymous. Wow. How do you like that? I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, a little foreshadowing for later on. We do have a great show for you, by the way. Obviously, I got lots of fun slides. That will be hilarious. But later, I have a game that we're going to play, like we usually do, which I think will be hilarious. But it does involve what I just said, but I'll tell you about that later. before I go into this next thing, I just want to tell you that next week, Mike and I have decided to bring back our 2-hour show, a big 2-hour Super Bowl extravaganza next Tuesday from 6 to 8. 2 hours, lots of guests, possibly music by Paul, Lauren, Catalina. I'm telling you right now, Marcy, because I'm going to see him the Saturday before the Super Bowl. So it's an entire, that's my Super Bowl weekend. It's a big weekend. So I figure why not have him come in if he's available, plug the show at the City Winery on Saturday. And then we got music. We'll have laughs. We'll get our friends in. It'll be super fun. One would think. I haven't asked anybody yet. I assume somebody's available for 10 minutes. So I am hoping to get our favorite people. I'm going to ask Bonnie McFarlane. I guess Lenny, Marcus, because he works for the NFL. Nick Griffin, of course, who I just had breakfast with today, although he's very sad about the Kansas City Chiefs. But that's not anybody. He's sad all the time. You would never even know. This guy is, that's his comedy. He's sad. Oh, that's right, Catalina. Yeah, she loves Paul Lauren's music, but who doesn't? And, if you see our, by the way, on the Billy Joel podcast that me and my friend Alon Altman, who I'll probably have on too, because we're going to go to Paul Lauren and then maybe watch the Super Bowl together. He just wrote our theme song for Billy Joel, and it's really good. It sounds very much like Summer Highland Falls. Meanwhile, this week on the Billy Joel podcast came out today. Moving Out. We finally have one I can discuss. Mike, you don't listen, but I have been ruthless to, we go by letter on Billy Joel songs, and I've hated every song that he ever wrote that starts with an L. It's just a coincidence. But the M's, Moving Out, My Life, Miami 2017, and I like Modern Women, but Modern Women, I was thinking of Designing Women, and I combined Modern Women to Modern Women. Anyway, I like that song too. So I like all the M songs. So this week, Moving Out, and what's the next one? Oh, it's a song. It's the first song he ever wrote. I can't remember what it's called. It's the first song he ever wrote. It's awful, but we have to discuss it because he wrote it when he was 14, which just pisses me off so much. Because what were you doing when you were 14, Mike?
Not writing songs.
Yeah, this guy had a record contract already. He wrote it at 14, recorded it at 15, and I was just waiting for the Superman movie to come out. I was like, oh, My Journey's End. Thank you so much, Anonymous. How did you know? That's right. My Journey's End. That is the name of the song. He did it with oh my God. I can't remember. We talk about it all the time. His band called The Soul. Oh my God. What is the matter with me? I just had football on my mind, or this show on my mind, and why can't I think of their goddamn name? It's his first band, even though it was called The Echoes. And then it was called, I want to say the Soul Searchers, but I know that's not it. Why
Lost
can't I think of it? Yes. Mike, how did you know? Did you look it up?
I looked it up.
Oh, thank you. I thought for some reason you were some closeted Billy Joel fan. And I'm like, oh, you mean the Lost Souls? I mean, that's, and then, yeah. So he wrote it with them and for them, which is insane. I can't imagine. And of course, I always like to pretend your voice hasn't changed yet. Listen, you guys, I got a song that's going to rip this place apart. That's my young Billy Joel. Oh, so yes, it's the it. That's exactly what I was going to talk about. So crazy that Howard Hessman died just an hour before the Bengals played. Howard Hessman, if you don't know, I believe most of the people in this room don't, besides somebody who lives in Chile, it was on this, I guess, iconic show in the 70s called WKRP in Cincinnati, a show about a radio station in Cincinnati. And it was, it was a fun show, and it lasted a long time. And Howard Hessman played this legendary, crazy, DJ called Dr. Johnny Fever. He was the late night DJ. He was always high and he was crazy, but he was super cool. He was the epitome of cool. Worked on this small station in Cincinnati. There they are. Yes. And he's right on the bottom holding Lonnie Anderson. And it was a great show. It does not hold up today. It's no fun to watch, but it was fun back in the day. And the weird part is, I was just thinking about this, Mike. I believe with all my heart, if he hadn't died, I believe that somebody would have thought about making, like before the Super Bowl, they have all the ads and stuff. I bet you he would have done the opening to the game, in some form. NBC would have gotten him to do something for the Cincinnati fan base. It just would have made, somebody would have thought of WKRP in Cincinnati and had him do it. So it's so weird that he died like an hour before. It's like Betty White dying, 3 weeks before she turned 100. It's the same as it's the exact same thing as Moses not getting to see the promised land. The exact same situation. God always pulls a fast one on everybody. He's so rude. Stand when he does that. All we just needed Howard Hessman to last was 2 more weeks. I mean, how rude is that? I think that's pretty uncool. But let's before we take a break. The break is not going to be a break. I'm just going to read something. But let's look at last week's stats, which were not pathetic. Nobody went 0-2. Mike went 2-0. Mike got the Bengals and the 49ers. I was all in on KC. I still can't believe it. And, thanks to Marcy, I chose the Bengals for the chat room. I was not going to not take the Bengals. And everybody else in the chat room, Mike, remember, was saying Kansas City.
Yeah, everyone's
lucky.
For me and Marcy.
You can thank Marcy for that. And wait, put that back up again for a second. I just want to look out. You and the chat room are crushing the playoffs, 8-4, and I'm doing the worst. The exact opposite of the regular season. Thank you. And of course, we'll make our picks for the Super Bowl next week. Because why would we make them this week? Wouldn't make any sense. This is the week off. I hate the bye week in the Super Bowl. Everybody hates it. I don't know why they do it. And they air this thing called the Pro Bowl, which just sucks. Everybody hates it. I mean, sometimes when it's happening, it's exciting to see your favorite players play for no reason. But it's just I don't know. It's depressing this time of the year. Oh, thank you, Catalina. I appreciate that always. I am trying to do my best, obviously. That's why I put a lot of thought into this show. Well, I guess it doesn't matter when we take the break. Why don't we take the break now, and I will read this copy, and we'll show you what you get. Listen, folks, we've all been there. Heavens no, I have, that's for sure. You're at a party, maybe a tailgate, and you need a bottle opener. This actually happened to me 100 times at the tailgate. Well, the Contender with a K has you covered. As you know, this show airs on the Contender app as well. You can listen to our show streaming or on demand, and that's on the Contender app anytime. Now, as a thank you for downloading the app, because we know there's too many already, the Contender team is giving away keychain bottle openers. And there it is. Look at that lovely piece of merchandise. But yes, it's quite frankly, I could use one of those all the time. I mean, there's always a situation. And here's how you get it. You go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You download the app. You take a screenshot of the home screen showing you downloaded the app. Then you put your name and address in an email and send that screenshot to thecontendersports@gmail.com. That's thecontendersports, all one word, @gmail.com. Or you can send your information in a DM tweet. You can DM either at the Contender, or you can DM me at my Twitter account at Dave Juskow, and then we will send you a Contender keychain bottle opener, which everybody needs during this time of the year. Sometimes you may just need that just for the Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you're just at a Super Bowl party and some idiot forgets the bottle opener. That's usually my friend Lee's wife. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Catalina, you're one of those people that can use a key or a knife at the. See, I love this girl. That's so impressive. A knife. When you see a girl do that, yes, I'm being sexist. When you see a girl do that, it's like the hottest thing there is. Guys figure out a way. Like those people that can do it with a lighter. You seen
Oh
that?
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so impressed by that. The ones that or the ones that can just do it on a table and they hit it
I can do it
with
with
a
the
bottle.
table. Well,
You
sometimes
can do that?
but sometimes I break the bottle,
Yeah,
so I
that's
don't
why
do it
I
anymore.
just crack the neck of the bottle and then I get all bloody because it's good. um, yeah, plus my lighting is awful today because my there's something wrong with my normal lamp in my living room. I think it's something I replaced that stupid halogen bulb today, and I guess that wasn't I was hoping to have a $5 problem instead of but I've had that lamp since I moved in for like 20 years. So I guess it's time to get another one. I guess it's been pretty good to me. Wasn't that great a lamp? But it's been in my family for so long. It's weird when you get upset about a lamp. That's when you know you really have nothing going on in your life. Oh, by the way, next week when we have our big extravaganza, we will be picking the Puppy Bowl winners because everybody loves the Puppy Bowl, and we'll see if who's going to win. Will it be Team Fluff or Team Rough? I think Team Rough won last year by 1 touchdown, and we'll find out who the MVP will be. The Puppy Bowl has been a favorite of mine since it started. I think this is Puppy Bowl like 17, and I've been watching it for that long. Super, super fun. Oh
Remember
my
the
God,
Blood Bowl?
Anonymous. He knows my clueless kryptonite. Did I stumble into some bad lighting or something? Maybe he really was tired. Man, you almost had sex with who? Christian. Are you bitches blind? He's a dark. Damn, I'll never get the thing right. A Dorothy. Damn it. He's gay. No. He does like to shop, and the boy can dress. Oh my God. Why do I know all that dialogue by heart? Yes, I know. Oh my God. There's something wrong with me. Well, I have other stuff to say, but why don't we just go to the slides?
All
Are you
right.
good with that, Mike? Let me take a sip of
Yeah.
coffee here. And we'll go. I'll share my screen, and I put together some. I think some funny stuff today. I hope. Let's start with this one. That's me dressed as the Queen. That's Captain Picard dressed as. No, that's actually a. It fooled me. It's a wax figure of the Queen, but I swear I thought she had just had surgery. It's so goddamn lifelike. It's creepy as hell. I mean, isn't that good? I love that skinhead wig. This is why I've wanted to do Annie down at the Comedy Cellar for the longest time. Me and Mateo Lane. I don't know if you know Mateo. He'll play Annie. I'll play Daddy Warbucks. I'm waiting my whole life to wear the skinhead wig. Even if I was bald, I want to wear a skinhead wig. And I want it to look just like that. And we have been planning to do this musical for a long time, but then the Comedy Cellar closed down. My, classic reading with Noam, the owner, and Colin Smith playing the stuff on their guitars and mandolin. I mean, when things get back to normal, we're doing it, and it's going to be awesome. With Judy Gold as Miss Hannigan. Hello, it writes itself. Unless, well, I guess now we'll have to do Black Annie. So I still get to play Annie, but maybe we're going to have to turn it around, I guess. That's what they've been doing lately. Anyway, this is the mascot for the Beijing Olympics. His name is Bing Duen Duen. And it's hilarious because he's too fat to get through the door. And I love that kind of shit. I just only wish it was an actual person who was too fat to get through the door. That's the Beijing. Mike, does it not seem like a Simpsons character? like
Like
it
a
would
fake
definitely be
mascot,
like,
yeah.
oh, I can't get through the door. The Olympics start on Friday, and
What?
no one's excited for it. No one cares. Yeah, they start on Friday, and this is the fun you can have if you're going to the Olympics. Here's the welcome center. I feel so bad for those athletes because you feel bad because there's such a limited window for these kids, and you work so hard. Your parents can't be there. It's in China. You feel bad. and I don't know any of these people, and I got no vested interest. There is this kind of girl, Eileen Gu. She's a skier, a really good one, and she's a U.S. citizen, but decided to compete for China because that's where her mother's from, and everybody's pissed. And then when she comes back, she wants to go to Stanford, and I say, no dice. I don't think that's very nice. Meanwhile, she's like the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life. She already has a Victoria's Secrets contract. She's amazing. Look her up. Eileen Gu. She's sick pretty, so I guess she can just feel like she can do whatever she wants, which a lot of girls can get away with that. This is pissing me off. This raccoon is named Fritzy, and he has 10,000 followers on Instagram. Now, this is when I want to shoot myself on a daily basis. There's a veterinarian who cares for 4 raccoons that can't be released into the wild anymore. I think it might be in Germany. And they just hang out in her house. Raccoons. This would be my worst nightmare while I was sleeping, that there was 4 raccoons in the house. They all look cuddly, but we know how raccoons are. They're not. Again, if you've seen any Simpsons episode, you know, these things, it's just so weird. But that stupid raccoon has 10,000 followers. It's so frustrating.
You ever seen a raccoon without fur?
No.
It looks like a weird rat.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Well, any animal without fur is creepy. We know that with cats and stuff. I went too quick, but this was the halftime show at Texas University. They were playing basketball against, maybe TCU. And this is the halftime show. This dog, Scooby. You know, I love this kind of stuff. I can't get enough of it. I am a sucker for this. And and apparently this dog Scooby does this all the time. This is at a Clippers game where he's using 2 basketballs. That's his trainer, Christian. And here's the best. I mean, if you're not, if I'm at that stadium now and I'm watching this, I'm like, I'd be pissed if I went to get a drink at this point. Wait, I missed him slam dunking into the basket.
Oh, man.
I know. It's like lame and awesome at the same time. This is like when we had Tom Cotter on. You remember, Mike? This is the kind of act he lost to on America's Got Talent. And Tom Cotter is my friend, and I love him. But when this dog act came on after his show, I'd forgotten that he was on, and I'm like, oh, we already have a winner. This contest is over. There's nothing better than this. Why is this? Why do we love this? What's the matter with us? Yeah, I don't care for your dog and pony show, Aaron. This is another festival in Spain for some reason. All they're having festivals. The beginning of the year, everybody has festivals. And this was on Friday, and it's in Spain, and it's some sort of, I guess it's a religious festival. I'm not sure. And they were having a fireworks battle. This just seems like one of those things that's not going to end well. The worst part is that this is what they do during this holiday. They light fireworks to wake up their neighbors. This is the kind of thing that somebody would get punched in the face if, but the whole community just wakes everybody up with fireworks. I just got woken up by one of those construction drills today, and I was yelling out the window like an old man. I went down to my bathrobe in slippers with my picture of margaritas, like Leonardo DiCaprio in the Quentin Tarantino movie, just screaming at somebody, "Hey, you fucking assholes!" Oh, and then it turns into this, whatever this is. They dress up in these costumes and look at these guys carrying rifles. What the hell kind of festival is this? These guys are carrying rifles like me and Barry did that day when we went shooting, shooting.
Some weird Midsommar shit right here.
Yep. And then here's my favorite photo. Them just walking into the sunset. Chewbacca and like his son. I don't, what is this? Spain is crazy. All right. So not so hilarious. It was Holocaust Remembrance Day, and this is Auschwitz camp when the prisoners were getting freed. It's actually a happy day. The best part about this is because it was Holocaust Remembrance Day. I'd forgotten about this. This girl, Brianna Mitchell, I don't know if you remember this, about 5-6 years ago. This girl took a selfie in the Auschwitz concentration camp with the big smiling. She went to Auschwitz by herself and took a selfie. And of course, well, she apparently got a lot of shit. I don't know why. I'm kidding. The best was that when people were angry at her, she said she was doing it because she loves the Holocaust, like in the sense of learning about it. And her and her dad always wanted to go there, but her dad died. So she was actually happy to go there to give a tribute to her dad. But the best is when Twitter just destroyed her and she was on every news feed, she doubled down and she goes, "Smile at my dad's death, and I swear to God, if you didn't live in fucking London or wherever, I would come fucking kill you."
Oh wow.
Yeah. She said, there's other tweets late, like when there's something happening in Baltimore, there was a race ride. She goes, "This shit in Baltimore is fucking ridiculous. Shoot all them stupid motherfuckers and get it over with." And she does it with the Alabama accent. She's from Alabama.
God.
So it's extra funny. So I was wondering what happened to her, because I was looking for stuff that happened to her after. I mean, this is a horrible way, but yeah, Marcy's like, she seems nice. Well, she seems kind of cute. She's still very insane. I think I'm the only person trolling her. This is her tweet. Oh, that's her after the Holocaust thing, giving everybody the finger. You almost have to respect it, because what else can you do at that point? If you say you're sorry, your life is kind of ruined. You might as well double down. You know what I'm saying? But here's her tweet from yesterday. "Third time's the charm of throwing up in a week because of drinking, but like the next day, pretty sure my body hates me." So she's just a mess still, which I kind of find attractive.
Well, she has a boyfriend. Look at that.
Oh, she has a boyfriend, all right, because look what she wrote 2 months ago. "Don't get it twisted. I don't need a man. I have a vibrator. I just happen to love my man and enjoy his presence. And he is kind of funny sometimes."
Okay.
But this is in November. But recently there's been a whole bunch like, my man ain't that great. Like she's always talking about her boyfriend, but then she's also dissing her boyfriend. But there's always just one like. And I can't decide whether to follow her or not, because I don't know if my mother looks at my Twitter, but I can't have her see that. I can't take a picture of I can't be seen following a girl that liked the Auschwitz memorial. But I do want to follow her, and I kind of want to ask her out, because that's how desperate I am. All right. This is a protest of sorts called Femen, Femen, is the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman is protesting because the women in the Ukraine are now protesting because they don't want to be drafted. What? I would protest that too. I think I'm the only person I know in my age. There was the draft was over, but I was told everybody still had to sign up for the draft. And I don't know anybody my age that signed up for the draft except me. I remember on my 18th birthday kind of being excited to sign up for the draft at the post office, but also being excited being an American, but being excited that there was no draft. But like none of my friends signed. I don't know anyone else who did it. So, so it's a good protest. It's an odd way to protest. I'm not exactly sure, but
wow, Dave, we can't show that.
We can't.
No, it's on YouTube. That's okay. The other one we couldn't.
Really?
Yeah, you got to put Angry Birds on top of those.
Oh, now we're in trouble.
That's already gone. So.
I know, but I think I have other ones that come up. Like, I just like I found the picture. I mean, I didn't find them in a crazy site. These people. I'm trying to think what's next. I don't know if I should. Maybe I should unshare for a second. I'll go. Oh no, sorry. Oh, okay.
That's fine. I mean, as long as it's covered.
Right. No. So this is her holding up her baby, And this is Martin Sheen holding up that baby in the Dead Zone movie, which reminded me of this when he thought he was going to get shot by a sniper. But I love this is the same. Before they decided to go topless, they were doing this. This is that same organization. And I'm okay with this protesting. I think this is exactly the kind of protesting that we should all have. I feel like I have another nude photo coming, but I can't remember. And I don't know what made me think that was okay. I guess because it was so easy to find. I felt it was on CNN. All right, let me go. Okay, I didn't have another nude one. Okay. Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Well, that girl. I mean, okay, let's just move on. Well, it was just so she has a sign that says "rape me," and I'm not sure what that protest is. So that's why I had that on. Sorry about that, everybody. I thought we were all adults, so I thought it was okay. This country stinks.
YouTube has rules. That's all.
Well, it was for a couple of seconds. Well, you know what? Isn't that their entire protest, though? What are those rules? You know, isn't that the protest they're trying to say? Why is this a problem? I'm pretty sure you and I don't have a problem with it, Mike. Well, let's move on. I have one more naked photo, and that's it. I'm kidding. This woman is named Charlotte. I can't pronounce her name. Yeah, see, Catalina, free the nipple. Exactly. This woman was at the Chanel fashion show in Paris. She's the Chanel ambassador, but she is also, Catalina, get ready, because I know you like these movies, Grace Kelly's granddaughter. Grace Kelly looked like this. So this is her granddaughter. You can't see her face yet. I'll show you in a second, but that is her grandmother. This beautiful, beautiful woman who is hot in every decade. Because you know how, Mike, like when we see old movies and they say our parents told us people were hot and they're not that hot, she's still hot. And this is from the 50s.
Wow.
Right. To Catch a Thief. Exactly. I know Catalina knows her Alfred Hitchcock, Grace Kelly stuff. So here's my grandmother. So I don't know what happened where I didn't get blessed with the good genes, but well, here's the answer. That's my grandmother. I had my nephew take a picture of it in my sister's room today. I didn't have a picture of her today. And that's the girl. That's the granddaughter of Grace Kelly. And that's her son, Raphael. Good looking boy. What does he remind you of? I'll have anybody take a guess. If you can guess what the next photo is of what this kid reminds you of, I'll give you a contender keychain. Ooh, hello from Hawaii. 78 degrees. I hate you so much. JWB 6671. You're such a horrible person. It's like 20 degrees here. Does anybody know what this is? Can you have a clue? No, I can't really give you a clue. I'm just saying, if you saw this kid, the boy on ET, that's a good one. You're close. It's from a movie. But it's, I'm going to show you now. Are you ready? Jane and Michael Banks from Mary Poppins. Bless my soul. Well, maybe we'll pop into a chalk painting, we will. He looks just like him. He's even making the same expression. I'll tell you this about Mary Poppins. Yes, we are jealous, Catalina. She's at the beach, too. Why is she always at the beach? Oh, maybe it's summer. Does it ever get cold there? No, that's right, a spoonful of sugar, Marcy. And as you know, when we have Wendy Liebman on, and maybe we'll have her on next week, her husband's dad wrote that song. It's all connected. These are idiots who, it's called the Pole of Cold, and they do a Siberian marathon, a running marathon in Siberia, the exact opposite of what everybody's giving us right now. Catalina in Chile and JWB 671 in Hawaii. This is the exact opposite. Right here, 64 below Fahrenheit. And they're doing a marathon. I don't know how you don't die, because I went over the Queensboro Bridge yesterday to go to Queens to that UFC place to have wings on the bike, and I almost passed out just from the cold weather of riding the bike up a hill because I can't take the cold weather. I can't get the breath in. So this is a Siberian marathon. This is how you look when you finish. In fact, it says it's called in Yucatilla. It's also known, the region. It's a small settlement and what gives the race its name, the Pole of Cold. It earned the nickname thanks to its reputation as the coldest permanently occupied human settlement in the world. You may remember it is the city where your eyelashes freeze, your saliva becomes needles that prick your lips, and funerals are preceded by days-long bonfires just to warm the ground enough for a burial. And these people were running a marathon in it. Now, this one is the North Pole Marathon. This marathon, they bring an extra hat. That's good. This is the North Pole Marathon, and it's actually taking place on April 13th of this year, 2022. And the best part is, I was thinking about doing it. Here's the registration procedure. But here's the best part. This would be hilarious. And if I had the money, I would go and shoot this on video because this would be the best thing ever. There are 2 events this year. The 17th North Pole Marathon is scheduled on April 10th, and the 18th North Pole Marathon is scheduled on the 13th. I don't know why they're scheduling it 8 days apart. But if you want to register for the 2023, your registration can be brought forward to the 18th event on April 13th, right? So how funny would it be if I went to the North Pole and just dropped off my registration for 2023 and said, I'll see you next year then? I just think the video of taking all that effort to get to the North Pole just to hand in my piece of paper. All right, see you guys next year. Wait, you don't want to? No, I'm good. Thanks. Just me? All right. Damn it. Oh, and that's, see, I thought this scene took place in Siberia. This is from the Living Daylights with Timothy Dalton's first James Bond film. And I thought they were getting out of Siberia, but they're getting into Austria. And they're riding down in a cello case. See, even the bad James Bond movies always have something interesting. And he's riding that cello case with a big cello. Now, there's no way Daniel Craig is going to have a scene like this. But again, when you're a little boy, these kind of action scenes are the greatest. And then they show their passports as they go through customs. They flash the passports and then still ride in the cello case using the cello as a paddle to get into Austria. And then she plays that cello at the end. It's not that bad a movie, but the next one, License to Kill, was much better. And finally, I have other ones, but I don't think we need to show them. I'm embarrassed about the titties. This is in Uruguay, and I only put this up for Catalina because this is on the exact other side of the country from where she lives, and this happened on Saturday. The exact other side. I had to look it up. I thought Uruguay was in Europe, so my geography is awful. I thought Peru was in Europe too. I just recently found. Wait, it is, isn't it?
What did you just say?
I thought, where's Peru?
It's also South America.
Oh, it is, right. I always thought it was in Europe, so I have no idea. My geography is really bad. But this was right on the other side, and I was worried about Catalina because we don't know what her story is over there. Anyway. Peru is next to Chile. Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
No, I have no idea how South America works. So you're saying there's a North America and a South America?
There's also a New Mexico.
What? What? I heard there's a New Jersey as well. What's the capital of New Jersey? Jersey City. That's always been the big joke. Why isn't New York City the capital of New York? Nobody knows.
They couldn't afford the rent.
Yeah, well, exactly. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, did you see Saturday Night Live this week, Mike?
No.
Well, it wasn't very good. Willem Dafoe was the guest. Sometimes when the guest is good, then it's a good show. But Peyton Manning came on the news, and they were like, "How did you like the games?" He goes, "I didn't watch the games. I binged Emily in Paris." And then he talked all about Emily in Paris, and everybody texted me and thought that I wrote that monologue for him. Everybody knows I love Emily in Paris.
Quick!
It's such a good show.
Here's Eileen Gu.
That's not a good picture of her.
Well, it goes well with this hairless raccoon.
Oh God. Ugh. Well, you're right about that. Well, everybody's disgusting hairless. There's a better picture of her that's a pretty good picture, but she's really, really pretty.
Yeah. All the others, like most of them, she's
Eileen Gu. Emily in Paris. That's right. Okay. Now let's play this game. Now, I think this will be fun because, as you know, if you listen to the podcast, Just Get on the City, which is my podcast, comes out every Tuesday. And also, if you join me on Patreon, I've been doing more. You know what, Aaron? You're absolutely right. YouTube shouldn't allow hairless raccoons either. Yeah, there really is a double standard in this world. Anyway, I love talking about TV and movies, obviously. And so I thought I could combine sports with television today. And the Super Bowl has always been known for taking advantage. The networks take advantage of the tens of millions of people who watch the Super Bowl by putting on something they want to promote, their new show or an old show, and then we're getting huge ratings. So what they put on after the Super Bowl is like a big, big deal. And brilliantly this year, because it's never been able to happen before, because the Super Bowl has never been this late, NBC's really smart, and they're airing the Olympics afterwards. Brilliant, right? That's like so smart. Why pick a show like, American Auto, or that horrible new one with Anna Gasteyer, when you promote your Olympics that you need viewers for? And that'll be during the second week already. So it's a really smart idea. But back in the day, for the since the 70s, they've been, what should we put on? What should we put on? So I thought we would play a game, and I'm going to share my screen again, where you have to guess which one or the other they put on during the time period I have. Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Super Bowl IV in 1970, where the Chiefs beat the Vikings, did they put on, what did CBS decide to do? Remember, it's the football Super Bowl. Did they put on Mission Impossible after the Super Bowl's over? So the Chiefs hold up the trophy, put on a show. Is it Mission Impossible? Or was it Lassie? Mike?
Mission Impossible.
Does the chat room have any answer? I know it's a quick turnaround we need here.
It takes us a little longer for them to get it.
I know. Well, Marcy says Mission Impossible. That would make perfect sense. The answer is Lassie. And they did it multiple times. Lassie just followed the Super Bowl.
Oh, that was like a tradition for a while? Just to
No,
show.
it's just when it was on CBS, I guess. Super Bowl VII, 1973. The Dolphins beat the Redskins. I don't know whether that was their undefeated season. Oh, yeah, it was 14-0. Dolphins. The only undefeated season. The Patriots almost did it, but the Giants screwed them over. Did they air The Wonderful World of Disney? Or my favorite show growing up, The Magician? This is how me and David Tell used to bond, because we were the only two that ever saw this show, The Magician, with Bill Bixby, who would play the Incredible Hulk later. And he just used to be, he was a magician that solved crimes when he wasn't working his act. He always had to solve them in the daytime because he always had a gig.
Wasn't he also on That's Incredible or something?
No.
What was the other show he had?
He had like the Incredible Hulk.
No. He had like a show
with Betty's father.
No, he had like a show where he explained like unsolved mystery type of things.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Maybe after the Incredible Hulk. You might be right.
Yeah,
it was in The Court of Freddy's Father. He was in My Favorite Martian, and this was his show. But the answer is The Wonderful World of Disney, because these guys don't get it. There were 2 seasons of The Magician, and the theme song is my favorite part because I still remember it. And he lived on a plane. It was way cool. Super Bowl 13, the Steelers beat the Cowboys 79. Terry Bradshaw. Does NBC air David Cassidy, Man Undercover? That's no joke. Or Brothers and Sisters. This is a tough one. Do they take their known commodity, David Cassidy from the Partridge Family, a huge star, and put him in his new crime drama show? Or do they go with this Brothers and Sisters, which was a knockoff of Animal House that had just come out? Everybody's saying Brothers and Sisters. Mike?
I'm saying Man Undercover.
It's Brothers and Sisters. But I am going to redo David Juskow, Man Undercover, and that's going to be hilarious.
Didn't Brothers and Sisters only last like 2 episodes or something crazy like that?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, most of these lasted about 3 episodes. Yeah, and that's after they aired after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bad. Super Bowl 17 in 1983, the Washington Redskins returned the favor and beat the Miami Dolphins. That could have been Dan Marino's Super Bowl. Does NBC air The Facts of Life? Do they say, let's just put on a show we already know and take a chance and get some more ratings? Or their brand new show, The A-Team?
I'm going to guess A-Team. That would make more sense. But
it makes more sense. You are right. It was The A-Team, because I love it when a plan, damn it, I had it before. I just said it. I love it when a plan comes together. How can I not forget that? January 20th, 1985, the San Francisco 49ers beat the crap out of the Dolphins. Yeah, it must be Dan Marino. Does ABC air Hardcastle and McCormick or Magruder and Loud?
Oh, I would say Hardcastle just for that super cool car they had, like that Coyote they converted.
And Brian Keith is a legend, from movies and Family Affair. He's a known commodity. Well, the answer is Magruder and Loud.
I don't even know about that show.
Nobody does.
Made up. I think a show they make up on Family Guy to not have an actual show.
Right. Isn't that the best? No, you're all wrong, chat room. Yeah, I know. It's Magruder and Loud, and they were a police team that was secretly married because they're not allowed to get married in the police force. That's the premise. January 28th, 1990. I think that's still Joe Montana beats up on the Broncos. And CBS, do they air Grand Slam with comedian Paul Rodriguez and the known commodity from Dukes of Hazzard, the very handsome John Schneider, as a new crime drama? Or the Brady's third incarnation? This was like a serious 1-hour Brady's, which was the Brady Bunch, but after the Brady Brides and the Christmas episode did so well, they started a new show. Which one did CBS decide to go with?
I watched that Super Bowl. I don't remember either of these, so I'm going to say the Brady's. Because I think I would have remembered Grand Slam.
What do you don't remember Paul Rodriguez go, hey, man, I didn't
see it if I didn't remember it.
When I grow up, man, there were 7 people living on a couch, man.
That's his act.
Whatever happened to that guy? Thank you. I know it was his act. It's not even being racist. Now they aired Grand Slam, and that lasted 6 episodes.
Hey, man, there's some stuff going on over there, man.
Yeah, man. What's going on over there, man? We slept on the couch, me and my cousins.
Did one of them used to play basketball? Is that why it's called Grand Slam? Or a baseball player? I don't understand the title.
I never did either. but that's around the time I remember when I started thinking about the stuff they would air after the Super Bowl, and how important it was. January 27, 1991, the New York Giants, wide right. Norwood misses a field goal, and the Giants win the Super Bowl. Their second one, 1991. ABC decides Davis rules with Randy Quaid and Jonathan Winters, or Baby Talk based on Look Who's Talking with Scott Baio. There's no way to win here.
Davis rules.
Correct. Davis rules was never heard from again. It was a widowed elementary school principal who's raising his 3 sons with the help of his wacky father, Gunny Davis, Jonathan Winters. Oh, that sounds like a keeper. Meanwhile, Baby Talk, this is the best. The original series starred George Clooney and Connie Selica, the talking baby, the voice of Tony Danza. It screamed horrible. Connie Selica hated the show, so she left, and then Scott Baio took over. They're like, well, we'll make it better with Scott Baio. Okay. January 28th, 1996. The Cowboys defeat the Steelers. I think this might be the last one. What does NBC go with? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Friends?
That'd be Friends.
You are completely correct, because that's when NBC finally figured out, and that's only the second season. They're like, let's give this a try. And they were smart. It was called The One After the Super Bowl. So they had a plan, and they put Julia Roberts and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Brooke Shields into it. But Julia Roberts, you have the most popular star in your television show for the one after the Super Bowl, and that solidified Friends. The only show after the Super Bowl that ever made a difference. And that's the end. We made it.
Here's the show I was talking about. Real quick. There we are.
Oh, that's the Comedy Cellar, Mike. Against the Odds. Oh, Bill Bixby. An American documentary series targeted to children, and it was produced. I don't remember that one at all. Oh my God, Geraldine Laybourne, what a cunt. Ooh, I hated her daughter so much, and her, because I don't want to talk about it. You know what? I just saw her name. Sorry, did not mean to use this. It all came flashing back. Sorry, everybody. Her daughter was so entitled. All right, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you a whole story on my podcast one day. Are you sure? I think it was the second season, Aaron, of Friends. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's a song by Phil Collins, Against All Odds. Again, sorry for that. Sorry for the titties and the C word. Yipes. Look what happens when we have nothing to do. Anyway, folks, I think that's our show for tonight. I think I've put myself in the hole enough for tonight. So next week, right? We'll do a 2-hour show. We'll have guests, and then they can put themselves in a hole. Yeah, right. That creepy 60 minutes clock, right? 60 minutes they put in a couple times, and that creepy sounds like your whole life is. I know. That's like the worst, especially after a loss in the football. You just hear that 60 minutes clock, and you're like, oh my God, it's over, and I lost so much money. But let's not talk about that. Mike, are you performing anywhere that we could need to know? I don't think I ever ask you every week. Just sometimes I do.
This weekend, I will be at Addison Improv at Big J. Okerson. And next weekend, I'll be doing a show at a winery outside San Antonio.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, Mike, Family Guy did start after the Super Bowl. It did. And The Simpsons twice, I believe, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, well, then Fox had it figured out once they started getting the Super Bowls. They knew what they were doing. So Fox was always pretty smart when it came to pretty much everything they did up until the time when they were a new network. Anyway, that is our show for today. So next week, we'll have the big expanded show. We'll have a couple of guests. We'll have a good time. We'll make the Super Bowl picks. We'll talk about what we're doing for the Super Bowl. We'll talk about food. And of course, we'll talk about the Puppy Bowl. So that's the most important thing. Anyway, the Comedy Cellar. Come down. If you're in town, the Contender app, the Contender with the K, you download it. You get a free keychain. And we'll see you next week. Great to see everybody. Have a great week, everybody. Happy February. Happy Lunar new year. Good night.